Good evening, guys. My name is Sherry, and this is my channel, Essex Stitcher, where I talk about everything cross stitch and life, and maybe a bit of books and TV and everything. So I can't remember if I did a floss tube last month, but it is the 1st of August today. I've just put my daughter to bed. So hopefully she stays in bed. We were on holiday last week and she had late nights all last night, all like every night. And that kind of has knocked her out of her routine. So she's come back to like coming back into our room during the night and stuff like that. So yeah, we've gone back to the point system that if she stays in bed all night, then she gets extra points. And she knows that points make prizes. So fingers crossed. So I'm going to go through what I've worked on this month or last month. I have a new start and a finish. I'm also going to do a WIP parade. I meant to get this done last July as a separate video last month, but yeah, just didn't get the chance. We was in Copenhagen at the beginning of July, which was amazing. Then we was back home for 2 weeks, pretty much getting ready for Cornwall, which we've just come back from on Saturday for a week. And then tomorrow me and Dave have a like a spa trip, and 1 night away. So really looking forward to that. 1 night away, but 2 nights. My mum is having Poppy because we have hospital on Friday for the baby. It's getting quite big now. Show you. I've got a nice little. I've still got like 8-9 weeks to go. Yeah, but it's like it takes up the whole screen. But yeah, for an extra scan because we've got the gestational diabetes. So yeah, which is still being maintained by diet. So still on track for a normal birth, a VBAC. No, not on there, Rory. Off. No, off. And yeah, still on track for that. He's not growing into a humongous baby as of yet. So I'll start off with what I've worked on so far this month. I've just realised I've left a project in the living room, but it's fine. I'm no good at. If I was any good at editing, I would like pause this, go and get it, and just like. But I'm not any good at editing. So, but I do have the book that the chart comes from, so I can show you that. So the first one that I done is my Heaven and Earth. Oh gosh. It's a freebie Egyptian Queen artwork by Jan Patrick Cransey. Absolutely love this. And this was the one where I started it 1/1, 4 crosses, and then decided that I'd had enough. I just wasn't. I'm a slow stitcher, and yeah, 1/1 just is getting me nowhere anytime soon. So, oh gosh, started it 2/1, is it 10th stitch, and done quite a lot since you last saw it. So this is the outline of the page. So the page goes up to there and straight up. I moved over and started a bit on the pyramid just because I was getting a little bit bored. But whilst I was on holiday, and since holiday, I put in 2,505 stitches plus what I'd already done. I should be able to work it out. So 2.5. So I must have done about 3,500 stitches on this. because I think I was at, last time you saw this, I was at about 1,500. Yeah, and now I've done 4,589 stitches altogether out of 108,000, which is 4.22%. So yeah, about 3,000 stitches. And I must say, which is all right actually. 3,000 stitches. I'm loving the tent stitch. Wondering why on earth I didn't start with this all that long ago. I really don't think it's taken away from any of the detail so far, and it looks exactly the same as my, because I'm using the same fabric. I've just turned the fabric round because it was big enough. Yeah, I don't know why I didn't start with it to begin with. Yeah. Next is my meerkat. I only started counting my stitches again whilst I was on holiday, so I don't know if you saw this. It's a little Christmas meerkat. He's nearly finished. Where's my picture? And you've got the charts. This one down here. Right, that one. And this will be for my partner's mum for Christmas, and this is just a little something to fill up a bit of time, really, whilst I'm sitting at my desk, you know, like, I don't know, if I want a bit of a screen break, or if I'm doing a bit of training or something like that, where, you know, I don't have to be typing. But yeah, but all I've got left is this bit of ground, and then the back stitch. So yeah, loving that. Nearly done. What else I've worked on? Not lots actually. So this was my new start. I found a fabric store when we was in Cornwall in St Ives, and they did cross stitch bits, and I bought this cross stitch mini kit, St Ives Pasty Pam, which I love. I just thought it was just really cute. And that's from the Craft Tree at St Ives in Cornwall. And I finished it whilst in Cornwall. I started it and finished it. I changed the St Ives to Cornwall. I thought I worked the lettering out correctly, but obviously not, because it's got a big gap at the end. But yeah, all I've got to do with this is perhaps centre it a little bit better and attach the ribbon. I'm pretty sure I've got some blue felt. Yeah, that I can put on the back or something like that. But yeah, it's not anything that I would normally do, but I just loved it. And I think because it was, I look at this, it was £12, and I think, oh, that's a lot of money. Like, I don't usually pay, well, I don't usually buy kits. I haven't bought a kit for ages, and to spend £12 on something is like a lot of money for me at the minute. But I just thought, I just loved it, and I just thought it was really cute. It's a really sweet sort of little memento. So yeah, and then to Pasty Pam was 341 stitches altogether. So the other one I've worked on was this one, In a World Where You Can Be Anything, Be Kind, and that is from the Emma Condon Cross Stitch for the Heart book, which I love, and I got 317 stitches in. So I have, this is the one that I've left in the living room, finished this tree, and then done the WOR on that. And then, so that is that. There is, I've also worked on my positivity rules stitch along, and I got 321, but I don't know if this was, I think it might be more. Would it be more than that? I don't know. But basically I got this red bit done on the roof and started the chimney. And this was a sale from Caterpillar Cross Stitch. And yeah, I really just want to get it done. I actually enjoy stitching on it. It's on a like a light pink fabric. It's got like white splotches on it. Oh, you can sort of see it a bit better there. And this will go up in Poppy's room, just because I like all the sort of words and phrases on it. So I'm going to try and get a little bit on this each month, because it's a nice easy one to do. Again, it's a bit like the Emma Condon ones, where if you it's easy to see the progress on it, you know, even if I just got in one phrase or one, you know, it looks like progress. So yeah, so that I said I'll put in 321. But yeah, I can't remember if that was when I actually started counting the stitches or not. And yeah, so that's everything I've worked on. So my WIPs that I've got, I will try not to be too long with this. So my first one is, that's pretty bad, I don't have pictures, but this is like, gives you no idea at all what it is, but it's called Orca Bay by Pigeon Coop Designs. And it's just a really nice, not that you can tell what it is, it's just a piece of scrap Ada that I had, 14 count. I am going to run out of one of the colours, so I need to order that. So I apologise that I've not got a picture for that. The next one is I'm just going to show you an empty frame, is what I call my cheeky Santa. I really should get this. It'd be good if I could finish this. That's kind of the only picture that I have other than showing the chart, I think. So you can sort of see it a little bit there. So let me just take the chart off for a minute. And this is how far I've got with him. So, oh, you can actually, you don't really notice it, do you, when you're working on it, but sort of his eyes. So I've got to finish off his face. You can see there's some white still left in his face, and there's like a big old bushy beard that's all whites, and a bit like this top bit of the hat is like all whites and beiges, and yeah. In the background, so it's quite it is an easy stitch to do, but I am doing it from a paper copy chart, which is quite small, so it's not, it's nice to stitch, it's nice, like I love the blues in it, but it's not necessarily you know, a fun stitch, because you're constantly sort of counting the really tiny squares. But yeah, if I can get that done this year, that'd be great, but I'm not counting my chickens. The next one is my Jurassic Park stitch along. Let me just take this. Now this was actually a stitch along from last year, and they have got another one that's already out. So this is the island at the top. Oh, there we go. I can just scroll it back up again. When it says when dinosaurs ruled the earth. Yeah. But it's a bit more of a banner. So I've got a bit more red that sort of like comes up here and comes up here. And then this is the island. And Then going across the island will be kind of like roads, a bit more water. This is like a part of a little compass, and a few kind of like motifs that are going around the outside. I didn't like all the motifs that were designed for it, so I'm not going to do them all. But I do really like this, and this fabric actually is kind of has that like water effect on it, and it was part of the Under the Sea stitch along that I think it was Lakeside Needlecraft done quite a while ago, because I was going to stitch it for Poppy for her nursery actually, because she had like an Under the Sea themed nursery, and but I just didn't really, I wasn't feeling it, so but I kept the fabric because I still really like the fabric. So yeah, so that's that one. The next one is, let's do, that belongs to that. Where's my, oh, got a needle minder there. That's probably come off of something. I've probably got a needle floating about somewhere. My tiger, which is this one here. Is it that one? Yeah, that one. So this is Tigers, designed by Jill Gordon and Jane Netley Mayhew, who just absolutely does the best animal designs, I think, when it comes to their faces and stuff. I love doing animal designs, but I'm really particular with kind of how they look, and their faces kind of just have to be just right. So this is where I am with my tiger. So this is the bottom of that page. I'm trying to do it sort of page by page, although this has gone over a bit. But I just wanted to get the eye in. But I absolutely love it. But it is quite a big scroll frame for my Lowry, so it does, when I'm stitching, gets a little bit wobbly. But it's not too bad, but I love it. Originally this was going to be like one for my mum, because she loves tigers, but I just love it. I'm not like a massive fan of tigers or anything, like they're amazing looking animals, but yeah, they're but I do love this. I just love how it looks, so we'll see. But this was on a piece of Ada that I already had. I think it's a 14 count cream Ada that I got in a job lot, and I'm using my CXC threads. So everything I use will be with CXC threads. I love them. Yeah, I've never had any problems with them when it comes to coverage, and it just makes the hobby just so much more affordable as well. There, I've got an envelope with loads of colours in. Oh, that's the Emma Condon piece. Oh dear. So the other one that I've got that is kind of complete, well, it's not completed because I need to update it, but it's my book tracker. So I've got, I think, 4 yeah, it'll be 4 thriller mysteries, which is purple. There's going to be a lot of purple on there. This was by she's on Instagram, Stitching Cabin. So it's the 52 book tracker, and there is a 104 book tracker. I first saw it on Instagram, loved the idea. I love that all the little motifs on the bookshelf. Obviously, like, you can pick your own colours for what you want your books to be. I knew mine was going to be a majority of thriller and mystery, because that's just what I love, sort of the crime books, which is why I went for the purple. But I am trying to expand my horizons. So I've got, well, what have I got in there? The historical one was something about witches. Can't remember what it was, but that was a good book. Non-fiction one would have been an autobiography. A contemporary one was The Queen's Gambit. That was a good book. But yeah, I've now got four crime books, and actually the one I'm reading now, which is from my favourite author, Karen Slaughter, is going to be another crime book. So yeah, so that takes up sort of like those two and these three laying down. And then I really do need to, if I can get one from every, I'll probably struggle with science fiction, because I'm not a big science fiction fan. So if you can recommend any good science fiction books, please let me know, or any other books. Action and adventure, I'm not sure what that would come under. What books would, maybe like the Tom Clancy books come under like action adventure? I don't know. Horror, I should be able to do. It'd be like Dean Koontz, which I love anyway. Romance, don't really read a lot of romance, if at all, unless I want to reread the 50 Shades of Grey. Does that count as romance? The fantasy, I was thinking of rereading the Aragon books. I absolutely love them, but we'll see. They were really good, actually. So much better than the film. The film was good, but it misses out so much. And I think it was 3 or 4 books in the series, and they really go into like the history of the dragons and stuff like that, which again isn't normally my sort of thing, but yeah, it was good. I enjoyed them. But yeah, I need to update that. Seriously need to update it. The next ones, which is another one I would love to complete, and doesn't, once you sort of get into it, it builds up quite quickly, but is, I'll show you the colour, can't really colour version of it. So it is from Peppermint Purple Blackwork, pattern for P, for Poppy. This is the only blackwork, my first blackwork piece that I've done. And so once you get into it, it's pretty good. But I messed up. I don't know if you remember, well, maybe from the last time I showed you, although it's now I fixed it, but I messed up around here. So I kind of like didn't do it for ages, but you can sort of see the colours. And they're really nice, like pastels and bright pinks and purples and greens and blues. So it's really nice to stitch on. And once you kind of get into the pattern, it's not too complicated either. But it's getting into that pattern, isn't it? And it's, so yeah. But I would like, it's another one that, again, I would really like to get it done, but yeah, so I've not done loads. This is going to take a while. There is another flower bit in the middle of that, so luckily that's not all one pattern, because that would be boring. But there we go. So that is, I think, I have another little drawer down here. Everything that I have on the go at the moment. Things I would love to start this year would be these Halloween pieces that I got off of eBay. Who are they by? Belinda Carl's Nace, is it? They have, yeah, Weeks Dye Works. Let me take it out. I loved the pumpkins, which is what drew me to it. But I don't know whether I'll do the week dye work. Cause it does it give an alternative? No. But I could probably work out an alternative. Although it's a variegated thread, isn't it, by looking at it? The only thing that puts me off buying the correct thread for it is that I don't know if I'll use it again. So, yeah, I don't know. But I would like to get this one started. But I think that's it. Let's have a look. Yeah, so that's everything I've got on the go. No, oh no, it's not everything I've got on the go. I also have my European Bistro. Can't forget him. So this is my oldest WIP. This is easily maybe 20 years old. You seem really fuzzy, so I apologise for that. Really not that far to go. I literally just have, yeah, just what is in the hoop. And then all the backstitch. But even smells old, you know, like, yeah, just old, like when you pull out, you find your nan's old embroidery or something like that, or a button tin or something. But yeah, I shouldn't leave it in the hoop really, but if I can work a little bit on this each month, that would be good. If I can get just maybe even just the cross stitch finish this year, that would be good. But baby due in October or 30th of September, we'll see. But as much as I've got my full stitchy bug going at the moment, and getting quite a bit done for me, it's, you know, that's all going to come to a head, isn't it? I'm pretty much, October is going to be a wipe out. So actually I might start the Halloween one soon. Because October, I start maternity on the 16th of September. So what I've done, I want another one that I've also plan on starting is Heaven and Earth, the Amazing Animal Kingdom. I think it's classed as, is it classed as one of like the bookshelf ones? I don't have a picture of it. I was meant to print it out. I ordered the fabric, and I'm really pleased with myself because I now do all my saving stuff in cash and do a cash envelope system. Love it. Loads of YouTube videos. I do my own YouTube videos, which I'll try and put a link in for it. And I've set up my own little binder just for me, stuff for me. So I've got like a little tracker for Sims 4, one for events, and then I also have the best one is my Crafty Stash Cash, is it? Yeah. And each little motif is worth £2.50. So I do my budget each week, and whatever I can afford to draw out, you know, gets divided between all my envelopes. I'll be saving for stuff like car insurance, holidays, clothes, self-care, medical needs. Yeah, one for Poppy, one for the baby, one for our birthdays, all sorts. But I managed to complete this yesterday or the day before, and it gave me enough money to be able to order the fabric from Cross and Crafts on Etsy for the Animal Kingdom, Amazing Animal Kingdom. Printed off the fabric list, floss list. I have quite a lot of the floss already. I think I'm missing something like 35 colours, but I have also got this big bag from when Dave bought me a full set of CXC threads for my birthday in January. So it might be I can find some of the colours in here, and then I'm going to start saving to get the threads for that, I need to remember, I need to add on the thread for Orca Bay. And then have a little think about what I want to do with Happy Boo Day, with my little pumpkin. Whether I want to do it in the called for threads. I've not worked with Weeks Dye Works before, so actually it might be quite nice to use called for, just so that you know, it's something new that I'm working with, but we'll see. But yeah, but that's it. I'm trying not to set too many goals, because I know once the baby's here, the cross stitch is going to kind of like take a back burner. So things like that, actually, that little pumpkin, things that I can like just do small things in hand, might be better for me than having to get out like a big project. So maybe if I start, Emma Condon has some quite nice small ones in her books. So maybe if I, you know, if I want to do something, maybe start up one of them. She's got a new book out in October called Catitude or something like that. So I might, if I can, get that, if I've got enough in my crafty stash folder or envelope, or just leave it for Christmas and it can be a Christmas gift off someone. So yes, that's it. So I really hope you've enjoyed. Oh no, that's not it. So I don't know how I've managed to get through this far. Like, I've been stitching for a long time. I've been doing Flosstube for a long time, and I feel like I've literally only just discovered Little Dove samplers on Etsy. I've seen people stitch, and I know the name, and I think they've had like stitch alongs and stuff like that, which I've loved. But I actually went through their Etsy shop the other day, and oh my god, have I added so many charts, so many. Yeah, they've got some really nice Halloween ones. They've got some nice, like, I think there was a nice beachy one on there. The Christmas ones. There's one that's called like Bloom Wildly, and it's kind of got like these flowers that go around the outside. I've seen someone on Instagram stitch it recently. I think it was on Instagram or one of the Facebook groups. I can't remember. And I loved it because the flowers are kind of got a bit like of a retro feel to them, but it's really nice. So I'm hoping I can get stitching on some of them this year. But the next one is going to be the Animal Kingdom. It's uploaded in Pattern Keeper. I was quite impressed with myself that I managed to do that, because I had to get it from my desktop onto my tablet, which I hate, by the way. The Samsung tablets, it's very slow. I'm not that keen on it. In the new year, I might look at potentially getting perhaps a new tablet, or I don't know whether it just needs, I need one with more memory or something like that on it. Although the tablet itself doesn't say that like it's close to near like being full, but it's very slow, and it's very frustrating, and I don't do slow, and I don't do technology, so yeah. But that's it. There's some other bits and pieces, charts that I would have liked to have started this year, but I haven't had the chance. Mainly down to money, mainly not being organised enough to be able to save the money for the fabric and the threads and stuff like that. And that is where my little folder comes in handy, because I now will budget something, even if it's just £2.50 every week for it. And if I have little mini saving challenges, if I manage to complete them, then like a lump sum can then go into that as well. So yeah, so I'm looking forward to actually maybe next year being able to experiment with my stitching a little bit more, There's a long dog sampler that I really want to do. I think it's called the 5th Point. But obviously that's going to take a good chunk of fabric and a good chunk of floss. So yeah, I need to definitely think about that. Think about whether I've seen it where a lady has done it in all in different colours, and it is stunning. So I think I want to do that, but that seems like you've got to be very organised. So I think it might be something where maybe I do the background in one colour and then fill it in once I've got time to think about the other colours that I want to use. I don't know. But yeah, so hopefully next year will be hopefully a fun year for stitching. Fingers crossed. Not that this isn't a fun year, but yeah, come obviously baby being born, I'm not expecting to get a whole lot done. So I might be showing you lots of little projects rather than some of the bigger ones, but we'll see. But yeah, so if you've made it to the end, thank you very much. I know this is a lot smaller than a lot of some of the other WIP Parade videos that have gone around. I've really enjoyed watching them. I tried to comment on all the videos that I've been watching. I must make note of them so I can give shout outs and stuff. But if anyone has any people that you recommend, then please add their names in, or if I'm not already subscribed and you watch mine and you've come across this, then please, let me know. And I do need some new people to watch. I think I've really got out of touch with Flosstube a little bit, and I need to bulk up my viewing lists. So yeah, so thank you if you've got this far. If you've watched and you're not subscribed, then please do consider it. I've gained quite a few subscribers since my last couple of videos, which is fantastic. So thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. And every time if I go on YouTube Studio and check to sort of see how the videos are doing or whatnot, and I see my subscriber level gone up, you do a little happy dance, and it is good. I do love it, and I enjoy making these videos. So thank you for everyone that's watched so far. Absolutely cannot wait for my couple of spa days. I have a full pregnancy massage booked in for tomorrow, and yeah, can't wait. Much needed. I hope you all have a fantastic August. You do lots of stitching, have lots of fun with the school holidays, and yeah, and I'll see you all again at the end of the month. Thank you, bye.